Oh my goodness, we have some odd things being released by DC. So James Gunn right now is making all the rounds, promoting Creature Commandos and stuff like that. And while that's all happening, um, he's also answering questions and things are getting revealed. So one thing that got revealed where I'm like, where does this go? What happens? Let me see. Daniel Craig. So one movie that I wouldn't say got announced, but so I spelled Craig wrong. Uh it didn't get announced, but it was by the official Hollywood Reporter, and that's we're going to be getting a a Sergeant Rock movie from DC Studios with Luca Guadagnino set to direct. I am gonna continue to defend James Gunn in this DCU until he proves me wrong, because he's only proven me right with his previous movies, whether it's the Guardians franchise, the Suicide Squad. I know he's got a good idea, but as someone who has always wanted, like the solo Flash movie, which we got, and that whole thing was just riddled in controversies, fine. But another try at Green Lantern, a classic Justice League lineup, things where, not gonna lie, a little bit of the Marvel formula where it's just one hero after another in a big team up film. It is surprising me the projects they're coming out with, because it's not just this one. We got another one. We have Sergeant Rock. Now I had to do research because I did not know who Mr. Sergeant Rock was. I was like, what's Sergeant Rock? And from what I understand, this is actually a movie that's been trying to get made for the longest time. They had like Arnold Schwarzenegger at one point. It was like a famous comic, and it's like DC's version a little bit of like Captain America, where it's just war stories. This is a guy who doesn't really have superpowers, but instead was just like the ultimate army man. Is like GI Joe without all the other Joes. And I'm like, that's cool, I guess, but I don't see how they can market that in a way where it would be big dollars. Does that make sense? Like, how many people are dying for a comic book army style war movie? I'm going to sound like such a hater, I know, but I'm just like, and yeah, I saw people say there could be a connection to Creature Commandos because there's a character in there that has an army background. Yeah, but I'm already there. That already feels too niche. Oh, let's Easter egg it in Creature Commandos, which already I'm going to tell you, only the comic book movie people are really going to be watching. That's not something your grandpa, general audience is going to pop on. They're not going to pop on Creature Commandos, whether you like to believe it or not. And so something like this just surprises me, but I can't be upset about it because Daniel Craig, super talented actor. Luca Guadagnino, very talented. I love what he did with Challengers. He has the talent to do something, but I'm just kind of like, what out of everything? And also the big question is this DCU or is this Elseworld? In my mind, I feel yes, I feel like it's Elseworld. I like there's no way you're telling us the Green Lantern story, you're setting up Justice League, you're getting Batman Brave and the Bold, and you're like, how about a heartbreaking story of this guy in the army? But don't worry, there will be superheroes in this world. You're not going to see them, but you will see the army, man. I don't see the vision, but that's why James Gunn is in charge, and that's why I'm behind a desk on with the YouTube channel. We are not alike. So he's doing something right, but it's not even just that. Because today, another rumor came about, and it's one that we've heard for a while, but now it's getting some traction again, where Clayface movie is rumored to be moving forward at DC Studios. Script was written and completed by Mike Flanagan, someone again I love and respect, aiming to shoot spring of 2025. Now we're going into solo villain movies. We don't even have a proper Green Lantern movie. We don't have a Wonder Woman trilogy, but we're gonna get a Clayface movie thrown out there. Like, I I don't even know, man. Like, it's not that I'm against it, because again, the thing hooking me in is James Gunn is definitely going after talent. I think one of the things about him being a creator as opposed to a Hollywood executive, like what most executives tend to be, is he already knows his peers. He knows who is talented. He knows who does good work because he has to do that work himself from time to time. So when he gets people like Luca Guadagnino, Mike Flanagan, James Mangold to do Swamp Thing, can I really complain and bitch about a Clayface movie by one of the coolest horror directors working right now? I don't want it. Take it away, James Gunn. No, right? Like, I'm gonna see what that is because Mike Flanagan would probably do something super cool with that. But I guess I'm just thinking in the grand scheme of things, right? Like, how does this work? But maybe that's where we have to take James Gunn's comments. He said a couple of days ago more literal because he was asked about the canon of DCU, and he was like, "Come here. None of this is real. Your canon is whatever you want it to be." Maybe that's his motto going into DCU, is that it's very loosey-goosey. It's like some things will connect very purposefully and have things that hint to another movie, but other things will just happen and they doesn't need to be a larger story connected to that. Maybe that's the better way to go, and I guess it does make more sense because we're seeing the MCU have less and less people excited because of everything being so interconnected. There's people who've lost touch. There's tons of people who haven't watched the latest 3 Disney Plus shows, this Marvel movie, that Marvel movie. So when the next Avenger film comes, maybe they're like, I'll watch a YouTube video, someone recapping it. I don't feel like spending time. Maybe going loosey-goose with the canon and just throwing stuff as long as the movies are good. That's the way to go. I'm very curious, but I see these things and I'm just like, why is it so hard to just set up the classic Justice League, do a story there, then branch off? I don't know. People are like, well, they don't want to copy Marvel, but maybe that formula was just good, right? Oh, dang. Look all the way back, guys. This was in March of 2023. Clayface will be in Batman Part 2. Who knows? Because also, if this Clayface movie is Matt Reeves, now we're getting spin-off Matt Reeves movies? That'd be wild. That'd be crazy. Him doing a Clayface movie in the DCU, then that means Clayface probably isn't in the Batman Part 2. Unless it's Golden Age Clayface, which was not a blob monster, but just a serial killer, which is way more up his alley. Yeah, definitely. Someone said check discussing films. What happened? What happened discussing films? Idris Elba in talks to star as Man-in-Arms in live-action Masters of the Universe. I wish I was a bigger He-Man fan. I would tell you whether I love that or not, but let's just see if that movie even happens. But pretty cool. All right, so yeah, you guys let me know. Do you like the direction and the way they're heading with this DC universe? Like, again, I can't be against it because it's talented people involved, but the projects themselves don't get me jumping up and down. But we'll see. We'll see how things go. Okay, moving on now to our next couple of subjects here, guys. So we got Sonic Movie 3. Oh, dude, where to begin with the Sonic universe, guys? So the marketing has gone full throttle.